Yo, 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 you tuning into the Notion Podcast. I'm your host, Dizzy D Spill, with my co-hosts in the building.
Jelani Evans.
It's Farmer Poe.
How y'all living, brothers?
I'm good, man. I am good. Yeah. Enjoying the weather, too. It's nice out for the time being.
Yeah, you ready for the spring, bro?
I'm stupendous. Doing great.
Stupendous.
Life is good. Yeah, man.
Life is good. I can't even get mad at that.
Like, it's like being appreciative of where I'm at.
Yeah.
What I've gone through, come through.
That's nice.
And, like, really being, like, present in the moment and enjoying those that I'm able to rock with. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Be around. So, life's good. You know, can't complain. That don't help anyway, so.
That's a 7-letter word, I think. Something like that. To like.
It's a lot of syllables.
Yes. Stupendous.
Yeah, you know, that's still. Some people can't spell it.
Good is one. Fine is one.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
I gotta go with the upgrade.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I've been reading.
Man. Yo, we got some crazy topics, man.
How you feeling?
Yeah.
I'm irritated, man, because I've been dealing with this camera bullshit.
You ready to jump into this shit.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He looked at me like, nigga, you know.
Yeah, nah. I'm not gonna lie for the camera, but the camera's been getting on my nerves, bro.
We've been over here chilling, cool,
Yeah.
talking.
Yeah,
Well, see, people don't know what
broke the ice.
People don't even know what you got to go through, man. It's just like, yeah, man, I'm good. Knowing damn well you hot, you irritated. You like, man, this some BS, man.
They can hear you over there because I'm like,
y'all understand. Y'all will understand if y'all got to deal with camera stuff for y'all that's listening, but we rocking. It's good.
I went through
no, other than that, I'm straight, man. You know, it's, hey, you're going to have them scenarios, man, but I'm good.
For
you
sure.
know what I'm saying? I'm good. But like I was saying, man, some crazy conversations, bro. And yeah. All I can say is yeah, because it's like when I think about the topics, bro, it's like some stuff is like, damn, like, you know, I mean, I think everybody knows by now, like with Wendy Williams, you know, she got her diagnosis and stuff like that. And I know that I've seen reactions on both ends. But even though, you know, she had the reputation she had, it's still like, damn, man, to see somebody going in the direction that she's going as far as her health declining, and then like her guardianship not even being like her son or anything like that. You know, so it's like
the documentary.
Yeah, the documentary that, and I think one of the things is just like, you know, it's easy to like look at a villain and be like, oh, you got yours coming if you see somebody as a villain. But when that person is vulnerable, I mean, humanized,
would you really like? Would people really feel like she's a villain?
I don't want to say people, but it's divided. It's very divided. Where you had some people that supported her and supported her show and what she stood on, but then there was a lot of people that felt like, yo, man, you attacked a lot of people.
Yeah, you was gossiping a lot about other people's lives and not caring about what they went through.
And I'm gonna be honest, I didn't realize the magnitude of her and what she was doing until Method Man years ago.
Yeah, and that's it.
Because I didn't really even know who she was.
Prime example of not as deep and how people may be reacting to it, but it adds to the context.
Yeah.
Method Man's wife was going through some health problems.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't want anyone to know, so they didn't speak about it publicly, and she put it out there publicly, and he went bad on her.
Yeah, like family didn't even know about the health issues. And she got a hold of that information and went public with it.
So, what do you expect?
And then you know that's kind of crazy because it was like in those instances, right? You think you would use your best judgment. Like it's not always about the views or going viral or like sometimes you have to really use your best judgment. And I feel like she didn't always use her best judgment, and that led to a lot of backlash and blowback and issues because she didn't.
Right.
I don't know if I don't want to say she just wasn't the sharpest. Wouldn't say a villain. That seems harsh.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Or maybe she was just more focused on the views and the ratings more than how people felt about things. And I mean, like, it's kind of sucks that she viewed things that way, but how many people in the industry are more focused on the results than how it affects people? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it's anything for ratings, and it's been that way for decades.
Right, and
I
that's
just
what I'm
know
saying.
that. I just know that, you know, some people do, they do feel that way. But yeah, I mean, labeling somebody a villain, I mean,
I think she was a villain to a lot of people in a way. I guess villain might be a little harsh, but
I mean, depending on how she affected you, I could see you being like, she's a villain.
I feel like it's harsh because of the condition she's in right now. But I feel like if she was like fully healthy and still doing her show, I don't think people would be like, yeah, I can see that. Yeah. You know what I mean? But you don't want to kick somebody while they down.
yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying?
For me, I'm kind of like in the middle of it. Like
he
for
wants
me,
to stomp her.
nah, I don't have. I don't got no horse in the race. Like I don't really care about
Wearing
it.
Tim's, that's why.
I don't
Stomping
really,
knees.
I don't care whether she, like, I'm not invested in it.
Yeah.
But I understand where, you know, if you present a certain way throughout your life, just because you start having health issues, don't mean that I should have any less or more compassion.
Okay.
Because this is an example of it. Let's say you have somebody in your family, they do something to you that affects you, and then they either get sick or they pass away. When they get sick, other people expect you to have some compassion because now this person is sick.
Yeah.
But
That's
when
true.
they're gone, you still left with that shit.
Yeah.
You still
That's
left
true.
with it. And when you sick, I'm still left with it.
Yeah.
And where do we equate your health problems to my pain?
Tradition and conditions, bro. I mean, what you're saying makes a lot of sense because especially in our culture, it's like, yo, you got to put all this stuff aside because of this. And now, don't get me wrong, that's noble and that's very big when people do know how to do that. But not everybody is built that way.
It's like when you was operating, you didn't have no empathy. So now you going through it and you want me to have sympathy. Yeah, you can go. No, I'm just playing.
But that's really how.
I wouldn't spend my time trying to say anything negative towards her in that way because one thing that is big is what she's dealing with is what my father. I believe the same condition my father has. So what she has, that specific ailment, is going to affect her speech. She's going to be unable to speak.
Yeah.
And for those who don't know, she was diagnosed with progressive aphasia and
what Bruce Willis has, right?
Frontotemporal dementia. Aphasia leaves patients struggling to understand language and communicate. It's related to damage on the left side of the brain. Is usually a symptom of other medical issues like stroke, head injury, tumor, or developed due to degenerative brain condition. And she did have Graves' disease.
And my dad had Alzheimer's.
And then frontotemporal dementia, also known as FTD, that describes a group of brain disorders that affects the brain's frontal and temporal lobes, which are associated with personality, behavior, and language.
Right.
So she's dealing with two different things that affect your mental, how you communicate, being able to comprehend.
Right.
You know, it's a lot. And then it's like when you think about like when she passed out and during the midst of the recording, you know what I'm saying, had other issues, it all kind of like makes sense when you line everything up. And aphasia, yes, that's the same thing Bruce Willis was diagnosed with back in 2022. So it's kind of heavy.
Yeah, it is. But I really feel what you were saying on that, Poe, because a lot of scenarios, people are like they try to be forced into having a different approach to things. And the truth is if we could honestly control our emotions, then we would turn a lot of things off and turn a lot of things on. And the thing is that in this climate and even in past experiences, it's almost like you try to press people to be like, nah, don't be like that. It's like, that's not how I'm trying to be. This is how I feel. I can't control how I feel.
I was just about to say, and it's crazy because like due to life experiences and, you know what I'm saying, how you've operated and how life has molded you, a lot of times when you turn certain emotions off, there's no turning them back on.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You start to become numb to a lot of things or less concerned with certain emotions because you don't feel like they really benefit or help with the overall of what it is you're trying to do or how you operate.
Yeah. For sure.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, in that instance, it's like you become cold and it's like you don't give it. And it's not that I don't care.
Yeah.
I just have no feelings for it. Like, you want me to show empathy, and I'm just like, that's fucked up. Like, you know, like,
yeah, and I'm personally wired that way in real life. Like, there's people that I cared about, but then certain things were stepped over the line, certain disrespect that I didn't cause towards me, to where it's like, at this point, if anything happens, I'm not going to speak ill on you based off what you're going through. But I'm not going to be there for you either. I'm not going to say great things about you because you're in this position now, because you had an opportunity for me to be that way towards you with no malice. You see what I'm saying? And I think that's what a lot of people have a hard time understanding, you know? So, I mean, I hope people ain't out there like kicking her while she's down, but I don't expect people to change the way they feel.
No.
Or change the experience, you know, change the experience they had if they did have personal experiences. I don't want to say truth because I hate that, telling their truth. Just experience is what I'm gonna say.
For sure.
You know what I mean? But it's a crazy scenario.
Though.
It is, for sure.
It's a sad situation to see the decline of somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't never really invested in nothing with Wendy, so I guess, you know, I can understand both sides to it as well.
For sure. It's kind of the same scenario with well, I don't want to say the same scenario, but it's kind of the same conflicting scenario with Floyd Mayweather. I know you know, he was kind of trending, you know, when he was it Pivot Podcast? Mm-hmm. And they asked him about Diddy and he just shut down.
Or did you hear what he said?
Well, he said a few things. Mm-hmm. You know, I'm not gonna. I don't know all the details. I'm not gonna speak bad. I'm not gonna kick him while he's down.
Well, basically, what he said was that in regards to Diddy and Cassie's situation, he referenced an example of his daughter. He said, you know, if that was my daughter, she wanted to be there, and kind of went along the lines of like, basically saying it seemed like people were taking it maybe out of context, because he did deal with that situation with NBA YoungBoy and his daughter.
Yeah, he did.
And it's only we didn't see him step in or anything until they reached a certain level. We don't know what his how involved he was outside of that, but I think what he was saying is like, you know, we all know we got sisters, cousins who do shit, and it's like, you gotta be, you a man too, so you kind of understand that there's so much you can do and want to be able to do and involve yourself in a situation with a loved one, especially a female, and their significant other, especially when it's your daughter. But you also know who you're dealing with.
Well, you already know it with Mayweather. He's already hated by many for, you know, this dude's undefeated, made millions of dollars through fights, talk smack. Nobody's ever really been able to shut him up. So then when you ask him something that can be considered controversial, as far as in speaking on what's right, and I say that with air quotes, regarding that situation, and him using his own experience with his own child, a lot of people, you know, because that's what the comment section is there for. He's this and he would do that, and it's like, but realistically, most people do operate in that mindset. The average person operates in that mindset where it's like, listen, I'm gonna be there for you, but if you keep going back to the situation that you want me to be there for you with, I'm gonna wash my hands with it.
And just knowing that one of us could die. Let's just keep it real. One of us could die. If I keep trying to involve myself in this, and I take on all of this energy, knowing that you're gonna go back to this person, one of us could end up hurt or dead.
So why is that considered? And just from your opinion, so when somebody says something like that, that's logical, why is that considered victim blaming today?
Victim blaming, but
because nobody wants to deal with accountability.
Yep.
And so instead of like, and the thing about it is like, we don't know the in-depth details or situation behind Diddy and Cassie and why she stayed as long as she did, why it took her so long to get away, why it took her so long to say anything. You know what I'm saying? You could say the mental distress and, you know what I'm saying, putting your life back together and all, but we don't know the specifics. So then it's almost like, well, why did you continue to stay? At some point you should have tried to get away. You should have tried to say something. You should have tried to do something, right? But instead of addressing or even acknowledging that part. We just say, he's crazy. How could he do that? Whoop, 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 whoop.
Yeah.
We're not really giving accountability to the role that she played as far as in staying as long as she did. Mm-hmm. And so instead of, having her be accountable for her lack of action as far as removing herself, we just place the blame on him. And anybody who says anything about her, we're like, why are you victimizing? Why are you? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
Like, instead of saying, you might have a point.
Yeah.
Now,
Being
is
a
that
victim
the
don't
main?
mean that you didn't put yourself in position.
Is that the main point? No, it's not. The main point is how out of pocket he was for what he allegedly did and how all of these things went down.
Right.
That is the main storyline.
Sure.
But
Right.
the subtitle, the subtopic should be, well, if you experience all these things, why did you stay for so long?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And nobody has really addressed that part of it. So then when somebody does, it's like, oh, you're insensitive and you're victimizing and you don't know what they went through. And no, we don't, but we know they stayed.
Well, I mean, that's a valid question. That, like, if people want healthy dialogue in a conversation, a valid question, I mean, and these are going to be the same questions that would be asked in the court, right? Mm-hmm. So if you go somewhere, you go to a party that you already know has been labeled as a dangerous area, dangerous situation, 99% of the time there's fights and shootouts, and you go and something happens to where you get in a fight or you get popped, and I say, why did you go?
Perfect example. Because what you just said is highly true. As a man, they not going to care about none of that. You shouldn't have been where you shouldn't have been at.
Right.
Especially as a young black male or brown male.
Mm-hmm.
For a woman, it's going to be called victim blaming. Because there's so many different variables that go into the dynamics
Yeah.
of men and women in society.
Yeah.
And so questioning
Questioning is blaming.
Questioning is
Yeah.
blaming.
Yeah.
So, I guess that's for them to deal with. Like,
It's crazy because, like, a lot of times the question isn't for blaming, it's for clarity and to gain a better understanding.
Exactly.
I mean,
That's what I would think.
But that's, again, I get what you're saying because I'm with you. But at the end of the day, that's going to be something that they got to deal with on their side as women.
And then the fact that he was like that, Floyd was like, it's not my place to speak on other men or their issues or trials or, you know what I'm saying, kick them while they down or say what they did or didn't do. A lot of people didn't like that.
Yeah, they did.
On the same breath, like, let's be honest.
That's what minding your business was once upon a time. Because it's not like he was there witnessing it from. It'd be different if that was the lens where it's like, you were here and you were there with him, and
like,
you seen this stuff.
All right, have you ever seen like Diddy and Floyd kick it?
Never.
Nah, I've seen Diddy and
Floyd and Cassie. Whatever.
Yeah.
Cassie.
No,
he might have been with the rapper. Who knows? But so it's just like this. Then it's like like you said earlier, he doesn't have a horse in the race.
Right.
He's not really connected to either one of them.
Right.
So then it'd be different if he was connected to one of them and had a point of view pertaining to that individual because he's connected, he knows him. But not having that type of relationship with either one of them, it's almost like I'd have just been like, "What you asking me for?"
Like,
right?
What am I? Yeah.
What?
And he kind of, in my opinion, I feel like he kind of answered it with just a longer version.
I won 51 fights and I ain't lose any.
Yeah.
Right.
Talk about that.
Let's talk about my investments or something.
Yeah.
What do you? Whoa! I'm finna take the mic off. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, and from that instance, it's just like, people feel like he did what he does in the ring where he dodges and ducks and tries to avoid, and it wasn't even that. Like you said, just minding your business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I have experienced something similar, so I'll speak on that with my daughter. Yeah. But I can't really address what's going on over there, and everybody's dragging him. I'm not going to jump on and drag him as well or kick him while he's down. That's not my place, especially with it being another black man. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's real. I see no issue with that. But where everybody has to have an opinion and then you not having an opinion is almost like either siding with somebody or taking the coward way out, so to speak. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh, you don't have no opinion. You a wuss. Why you avoiding stuff? Like, bro, I'm not supposed to have an opinion on everything, especially things that really have nothing to do with me. That's none of my business.
Right. I have sure. Knowledge of.
Yeah. No, that's real, dog. And
we just up here podding, but for him, that was an actual interview. Yeah. So.
Well, sometimes I do think it's a little weird when some of those questions kind of do come up because I'm wondering, you know, are you going to ask everybody that you've ever interviewed that same question? Why ask him? Is it because he has an affiliation with, you know, black billionaires or entertainers?
It could have been also a question in regards to his past allegations.
I doubt that though. No. Yeah, I doubt that highly because a lot of people don't. They don't do the due diligence to go back that far to have that time. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they're usually focused on what you have going on right now, and then, you know, possibly what your take is on X, Y, and Z. That seems to also be going on in the world of entertainment, Hollywood. You see what I'm saying? Like
in the court of public opinion is fickle anyway, bro. Because you have scenarios where, like, let's just say, you know, all this stuff goes on with Diddy, right? Let's say he's acquitted of everything. In court of public opinion, you're guilty.
Yeah, it's a wrap.
So it don't even matter what happens in court. If it's enough people that feel like you did it, or you're a villain or whatever, that's the stamp they're gonna put on you when all the facts are laid out.
We're invested into whatever side we take. So if it's been too long and then you come around and you end up being found not guilty, it's like
that's cool.
You late.
Yeah.
Well, because the thing about what's so crazy is like, all right, you could get acquitted. But there's so many stories and people have had so many experiences. So everybody lying.
Yeah.
Everybody in cahoots.
And it was before
you see what I'm saying?
Got caught up with like this Cassie thing.
That shined a light on it. There was
no stories about Cassie. It was stories about other things.
And see, that's what I'm saying. So it's like, all right, he might be acquitted of certain things because there's not enough proof or nothing will hold. But what
where
about
there's smoke? There's fire.
It's kind of like, because now you still have to worry about everything else and all these other stories. And it's like, so people making stuff up or what? Or you can choose not to have an opinion on it at all. But on the same breath, if you choose not to have an opinion, are you gonna still rock with Diddy? Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, is it a rap for him? You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think image wise it's a rap, but I do.
Well, yeah, because even to be in a place to have those type of allegations put on you or to be viewed a certain way or to have a certain stigma around you, like nobody wants to be a part of that because of how you're going to be viewed moving forward.
Did you see his statement?
No.
He made a statement.
When?
This last week.
What was the statement?
You gotta look it up. I forget what he said.
Just to man.
No, I'm dead serious.
Yeah.
It's on his.
You want some chips? Yeah, we'll go to the store and get some chips. Go to the store and get some chips.
I thought you had it all clipped up. You know he be doing the homework and research.
Yeah.
I thought you had the homework today.
We didn't know there was a statement.
I'm not researching.
We were supposed to copy off of your paper today. You know that.
Diddy.
Oh man, yeah. I didn't know he made a statement. I mean, there's been so much other stuff going on that, you know, I think everybody kind of just felt like, yo, it's over for you anyway, so we don't care what you're saying or what you got going on. You know what I mean? But, you know.
You've been the best fitted.
But,
You've been the best fitted, my nigga.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I know that story is going crazy.
What?
He know what story I'm talking about.
It's horrible.
Bro, if you want some comedy, I send this shit to you like
we don't check your DMs.
Yeah,
you don't
check our DMs,
yeah,
man.
You don't be.
So hold on.
You don't be.
Nah, bro.
Nah, let's start there. Y'all just said in what's that? In unison that I don't respond to y'all DMs, or y'all not responding to mine.
Yeah, I don't even read them.
So y'all had conversations behind my back.
No. When we go back to the episode of the podcast where we first said, yo, you don't ever check your DMs. You say, yo, I'm busy, man.
I've called you on this so many times.
Yeah.
It be the
on
ones
this
that
place
that you thought you loved.
Yo,
this right here.
It be the ones
like,
closest to you that are.
Say, you don't respond. You
yeah,
don't check
he said
like,
it.
Yeah, I don't,
I'll send you the
really.
episode. He's like, yeah, man, I don't be having time, man, because everybody's. Don't worry, I'll send you the clip. Everybody, I don't be having time, right? And then I'll be talking to this dude, and I'll be like, yo, I sent you this, and I sent Poe this. He said, what Poe say? Poe ain't say nothing.
Poe don't ever say anything.
Poe don't ever say nothing.
Poe don't.
So
I like pictures of the kids and everything. I'm like, okay, that's what's going on. He probably won't even look. A lot of times, I don't even.
That's the cold part. You could DM him something and he won't say nothing or see it. But if you put a like on a story or a comment, you will get a reaction or a response. So now I gotta text him stuff that I would DM him.
Nah,
I just don't DM him. I just stop.
No, I send it through the text message because nobody likes the text message.
He sent him a DM, then screenshot it and text it to him like, look.
I would be on there all day with like the amount of people that I share.
Pick your people.
But y'all be having some funny shit.
Pick your people. You pick it. You say, listen, these ones is over here and these ones is over there.
I got personal.
We're gonna start with seniority.
I got
personal in
it's
general.
about maybe 6 people.
Because we don't grow stuff, we're not at the top of the list. That's crazy.
I think that's what it is.
That's crazy.
I think it's I do.
I'm growing as a person.
Right. Right, man.
Yeah. So
look, they comment right now. He sure don't be checking up comments.
Hey, I was gonna say who the
man.
Your helmet.
Yeah, they go in there. Look, he ain't nothing. Anyways, how y'all feel about the Powerball situation?
I'm trying to win.
You know what? I didn't even
in DC.
That.
Oh,
Feel me?
Yeah, you gotta be specific.
So
I'm trying to win.
So in DC,
spend my $2.
This story just gets interesting. Brother in DC won the Powerball. Brother named John Cheeks won the Powerball. Older man.
Yeah, chill.
Won the Powerball. Right.
I would never say that nigga name.
Hey man, maybe he was a player back in the day. But anyways, he won. He won like 300. He won
30. I thought it was 32.
Was it? He won like 3. Was it 300? Or was it 30? Was it 32?
I thought it was 32. 32. And if he had hit the Powerball number, it was still 300. 312.
So he had the numbers right, and so he went to go collect, and it was like, oh, that was a glitch. That was an error. No. These are the real numbers. No. So now he's suing.
Nah.
What you doing?
Nah.
You pull up what you doing?
Nah. Glitch.
Said it was a glitch, man. Those wasn't the right numbers.
No. Okay, so
glitch.
He filed. John Cheeks, a resident of Washington D.C., has filed a lawsuit against Powerball organizers following a contentious incident where he believed he won a $340 million jackpot from the January 7 drawing. John discovered. Can they put his last name? John discovered his apparent win the next morning on Powerball's website, matching all 6 winning numbers. However, when he attempted to claim the prize, he was informed that his ticket was invalid. This mishap was attributed to Toyota Enterprises, a digital agency for the DC lottery, which admitted to mistakenly posting test numbers online instead of the actual drawing numbers. The correct numbers were posted alongside the erroneous ones after the drawing, with the mistake corrected on January 9th. But the drawing was on January 7th.
Yeah, that's when you grab the blade, and then we figured out after that. You get the moving around quick. It don't take much time. The blade quicker than the gun sometimes.
Oh no, man! I don't know what I would do outside of trying to sue.
I mean, the thing that's so frustrating about it is like,
you're gonna have to. Yeah.
The mishap happened right with the whole test numbers going to the real website and all that stuff.
How they gonna prove it?
And there was no Powerball number.
Oh, so the original ones was just
the original the test
never had a Powerball number.
Didn't have a Powerball number.
Yeah,
it just had those 6 numbers, and the actual drawing numbers had a Powerball. But the issue is, they didn't announce it publicly for everybody to be aware of. They didn't let them know that a mistake was made. They did not show. They didn't.
What about all the people who?
They didn't have any accountability. Yeah. Like, they didn't own up to making a mistake. They just changed it up, and it was like, oh well. And when if somebody try to collect, we're just gonna tell them no because we messed up. And so I feel like in that instance, they're at fault because
you tried to cover it up.
Well, it's not even just that. You guys made a mistake, and your mistake led to somebody falsely believing that they won because you dropped the ball. So somebody on your team, in your So it's you guys have to do something. There has to be something.
If they're wise, man, they just try to settle with them and say, "Hey, listen, this is an error on our end. Here you go," and then do a PSA saying, "Hey, look, if anybody had this number, it was an error. We already We already settled this.
We already paid somebody else the money.
Yeah, we can't
come
get
ask
you.
it. Yeah.
Well, no, the thing about it
Ask
is like,
Floyd. He got it.
This is what's crazy though. This is what happened, right?
Floyd, he got it.
The drawing was on January 7th, right? Soon as the mistake was realized, there should have been maybe a press conference or
and a site update.
An announcement on the website, and have that message circulated so that everybody can be aware. You wait 2 days later
till somebody show up with the winning ticket,
and now there's an issue, and we made a mistake, and you didn't win anything.
Now ain't no mistakes,
bro. You know the emotional distress. You know the emotional distress that you go through with something like that. Like, think about it. Like, bro, you wake up and be like, yo,
you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I'm a millionaire.
All right.
Yeah, you wake up like, yo, I'm a millionaire, man. I got so many things I'm finna happen. I'm finna take care of this, finna take care of that. And then you go down there like, yeah, pay me my money. That's like,
but
these
imagine,
ain't the real
in
numbers,
in the words of your cousin, ain't no mistakes.
These ain't these ain't the real numbers. You don't get anything.
You went to the job. You said, fuck you, fuck you. Fuck
oh, yeah.
fuck you.
You're cool.
Yeah, you already broke your lease.
You done already told your girl, bitch, you can leave. I don't need you no more, bitch. I'm rich. You know, you feeling yourself. You walk out the house. You might not even. Man, listen.
Now you gotta apologize.
Crazy.
Now you gotta apologize. Listen, man, I was going through a lot. I lost something that was very important to me.
I'm just trying to figure out why he switched up on the girl. Like, whoa,
because
bro, you ain't seen them lottery prank videos.
You know how many dudes that stand at the house right now trying to keep it together because he don't have no other means of living.
I'm gonna send y'all the video of the couple.
That's wild.
I'm gonna send y'all the video of the couple where dude pranked his wife like they won the lottery, and she was like, "I want a divorce."
Yo. Ain't no divorces.
Yo, that was an awkward conversation afterwards.
Man, look.
Ain't no
hey, man, just saying.
I'm just saying, like, that's wild. Like, yo, he told his girl, F you, I don't need you, I'm rich.
And you see how Jeffrey acted when he thought he won the lottery on Fresh Prince?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
he was jumping on their couch with his shoes on.
He been serving them for how many years and dealing with all the you know what I'm saying, nonsense.
Bruh.
And now he made it.
Bruh.
He said, I'm on y'all level now.
He said, get down Viv some cooking lessons. I'm out of here.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, they say money reveals who you truly are.
Yeah.
That's wild.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's true.
I'm not going to be around for people to find out who I truly am. I'm
going to be looking so crazy.
Mouty.
Yo. You hit my line like, yo, I heard what happened. MSAC01.
I don't know where my co-host is at, y'all, but I'm willing to bet that they're doing well.
I'm going to call. Put me on speaker. Y'all recording?
Yeah.
What up, world?
You had a disguised voice. What's going on? This is your boy.
Man. Kicks and sneakers is done.
Yo,
out of here. I'm be kicking in some sneakers on the beach.
Speaking on holding all money and things being held, impending, Beyonce dropped Texas Hold'em. Country song.
Talk about it.
That's cool.
And the reactions.
This ain't Texas. You can't hold on.
Is that the song?
Yeah. You been listening.
Down.
Yeah, he been bumping that.
Oh, no.
In the garden.
Mm-hmm.
But there was some feedback, and I can't help myself but to have my own theories about the feedback that she got. I thought it was a pretty dope country song, my opinion. She is from Texas, so it's not in my playlist.
What makes it country?
I would say
she wore a cowboy hat. This still stupid.
I didn't think about that. I didn't put the math together.
Okay, so I would say the cadence. I would say the music, just things like that. But
like the new kind of country, because it did. Like, I like the song. I wanted to hate at first, but it's a cool song.
Is it the traditional?
But she
country?
still sound like she's singing R&B. like in that kind of like R&B. Like I'm wondering like what's the I'm not updated on country, so country been trying to steal a lot of rap cadences.
On the same breath, you got to think about what they call crossover songs, right? There are songs that are considered hip hop and considered pop.
Nelly,
crossover.
Nelly,
right?
Was it Nelly and what? Kenny Chesney?
No, it was what's his name?
That's a country song. I mean, I don't.
What's the white dude?
I thought it was. Yeah, I got the name wrong, but
y'all know who he is. Tell us in the comments.
But he, well, I just thought it was interesting seeing the comments.
What they were saying.
Basically, it wasn't country, or she couldn't win. She couldn't win, and because it was right after the Grammy speech when the song dropped. Pretty much the Jay-Z the speech that he said about her.
Was it Tim McGraw?
Yeah, I think it was Tim McGraw with Nelly. But it was a lot of hate, and you got to put it.
So was it from us or from them?
It was from them.
Oh yeah, then I would be hating too. Like, bitch, you ain't country.
But the crazy thing is like
we would do the same shit. Hell yeah.
Not really though.
Man, if they didn't come with the real sauce.
There's been a lot of infiltration into rap. And R&B,
and I think that's the part that rubbed me the wrong way. It's just like, well, there's a lot of people in R&B and rap that the areas that we've dominated where they've been able to come through and do their thing.
Yeah, but if it's somebody who come over here and do some corny shit that ain't really what they think is cool because they sound. It's like, I can't think of an example right off the bat.
Jack Harlow.
I don't know his music too much, and I like a couple of his songs. But it's like somebody.
Traitor.
I would say Kid Rock. Kid Rock.
Okay.
Kid Rock is an example.
I never liked Kid Rock's music.
Kid Rock came over here, and he did some songs, and people liked him, right?
What did he come over here and do?
When he came out, he was in hip hop. Kid Rock had a flat top, all the shit in Detroit. He was a hip hop.
And that didn't really move. That's why he went to rock and roll and country.
But that's what I'm saying. We said, nigga, that shit wasn't authentic. It's not it. They thought that because whoever were his fans thought, and consumers thought that he did a authentic job of representing hip hop or whatever, or being in hip hop, not knowing that the real like fans of hip hop are gonna be like, nah, that's not authentic. So when country, for us, we like, oh, Beyonce, one of our greats, she going over there and singing a country song because it has this country vibe, and we like it for our ears, but for them, they gonna be like,
I never heard it.
I just think that
they gonna be like, man, fuck that shit.
Listen, I just think that is just another way because of how big she is to make a big deal about it. Because there's plenty of people like Lil Wayne did the crossover with rock and roll, and I don't remember him getting. He got more flack from us than anyone else. You see what I'm saying? But it just seems like. It seems like the response came from like intimidation of what she could possibly do in that genre. Because there's some black country singers that you can't even tell that they black when you listen to their music.
Yeah,
like
you got to understand how big she is, right? Just the Beehive alone, right? Mm-hmm. They made that a #1 album.
Yeah.
Do you understand that? Mm-hmm. How big her following is? So yeah, there's a lot of intimidation due to the fact that she can cross over and
still
that genre due to the support that she has, because any Beyonce fan that I've talked to has only had praise for her new song.
Right.
There hasn't been anybody that's like, oh, really? Like, nah, I like it. That was good. You know what I'm saying? Now,
yeah.
Are they Beyonce fans? Yes. But that's just a thing. It's almost like she can't really do no wrong.
Well, the country music fans,
to her fans.
Country music fans, though, are not the people who putting money behind it and are not the artists. So from the artist perspective and from the people who got to put the money behind that, then I could see where they may be intimidated and worry about Beyonce coming over into that genre. But from a fan's perspective, fan is like, they're not invested in that way to think that she's coming over here to take over. They're thinking about authenticity, most likely.
Yeah.
Because while you're jumping into these different genres that we don't feel you're authentically a part of this culture. So authenticity, I think, is what is the driving force behind a lot of people's opinions behind it, because, yeah, she's the biggest star. So for us, it's like when Drake does something in a different type of music genre, it's authenticity. We're like, that's not authentic. But if you are people can get a vibe. They get a sense of authenticity based off of consistency or just how well you put out that project or that piece of art, and it represents that culture well, then they'll be like, maybe you're authentic. But more consistency is going to be what people are going to say, okay, she's authentic. Because K. Michelle has been a person who has done country music for a number of years, many years, and it wasn't as big as, she's not as big as an artist as Beyonce, but that's something that she authentically does.
I see both sides to it, because I look at it like this. I'll use myself as an example. When I first started doing music, I just rapped. And then as the years went on, I started wearing other hats for financial reasons and for been able to pivot.
He's trying to cover his hairline.
You know the expression.
Be more consistent.
Wearing several hats. So I could tell that, like, when I decided to pick up a camera and I actually got good with it, that was probably intimidating to people that only do that. Or when I started making beats, when I started engineering my music, when I started learning how to do things on Photoshop and
imposter syndrome is what they call it.
So for me, it's like, it's easy on the outside for somebody to be like, man, he's just trying to get in. Like, honestly, I don't want to pay your prices, so I'm gonna learn how to do it myself. Mm-hmm. Or, you know what, maybe you don't appreciate me in this lane, so I'm gonna show you how I pivot over here and how I'm just as good at that. So I feel you on the authenticity end of it, but I mean, this is a person that is in music, and what we have to remember is that a lot of us like all different types of music. So when you're a musician and you can name your favorite country song, your favorite rap song, your favorite rock song, that might inspire you to be like, you know what, I want to try that. I want to try to do something that my favorite singer or writer did, and just see how far I can go, versus just trying to be a gimmick. And we all know that Beyonce don't need to try to be any type of gimmick. She can stop right now and come back 5 years later and still have a huge impact. So right now, I'm just looking at it as maybe it's just something different to try, instead of a lot of the flack that she's getting, where it's like, and she don't even need no protecting in that aspect, because her fans, the Beehive, is trying to sting everybody for any little thing. But it just seemed like people was uncomfortable with her stepping into that position because of her light, how huge she is, in worrying about being a disruptor. We already know when somebody that can be a disruptive in any lane, we don't like it. This is fake. This is that. If they feel like you don't hold any weight like that, they're just going to laugh and they're going to move on.
Well, you know, art is there for consumption, interpretation,
right?
Criticism.
Mm-hmm. That comes with it.
It comes with it.
So that's what I would question as far as authenticity. The criticism. Are you really critiquing it, or are you just hating?
Hating. There's a lot of hate.
You know what I'm saying?
There's both.
Because you could critique a song and be like, nah, I don't like this, and yeah, this sounds this, that, and the other. You could always break that down, but I didn't hear any of that. All I heard was judgment because she stepped into that position.
Yeah, because the song isn't bad.
Yeah, it's not terrible.
I just don't know if it's country. I can't say that it's not, because I don't listen to enough country nowadays, because there is a lot of from some of the country songs that I've heard on accident, like the more modern ones, have had a cadence of hip-hop cadence.
Let me tell you, partner is definitely country.
They had a beat, they had like some drum in there, and they had like the new cadence.
Right.
So they had the boom bap.
Yeah. You could tell he got a couple songs he liked, because he was like,
country music, it started on the porch.
Oh my God.
You need to stop.
Grandma was making
his mic.
biscuits for everybody.
Bro, it's like he gets in this mode every couple episodes.
You know, because hip hop, it started in the park.
Yeah.
Boys and girls, break dancing.
Just stop.
Grandmaster Poe, leave that for the garden, dog. Leave it for the garden.
Golly.
Real talk. I feel like y'all might know more. I did a little bit of homework on this.
Don't put me in that. I was at the house.
Freddie Gibbs.
I was at the house with my kids.
This Freddie Gibbs and JPEG Mafia.
Gonna try to say we know much more about this shit.
What happened
I'm gonna be honest with you.
I don't know nothing about it.
Yeah,
tell us
straight
what
up.
happened.
I don't like because the thing about it is like when you mentioned it to me, when I read, I was like JPEG Mafia. I'm like, what production company he done pissed off now?
I knew what he was saying. I knew what he was talking about.
I knew what he was saying. I didn't though. I was like, man, it must be some royalty rights or something.
You in some
like, no,
you don't need that.
I was like, it must be royalty rights. I don't know. I didn't know who JPEG Mafia is. I had no idea.
Okay, so I'm not alone.
Was.
I didn't know who he was.
Did you coin that? Oh, that's a person. I thought you was coining that being funny.
Yeah, I thought that
now
y'all
you see
knew,
what I'm saying. When he sent me the information, he's like, check this out, and I'm like, JPEG Mafia. I read the title. I'm like, what company?
I heard the goings on through the rumblings and the grapevine.
Nah, I didn't hear any of that. So I'm like, what company has Freddie Gibbs pissed off? Like, who's trying to bring a lawsuit against him? And then I do some research. It's a dude. It's another rapper, and I'm just like, oh,
it was a female.
No. JPEG Mafia, some dude named Peg.
We must be talking about different stories. We talking about what we talking about?
No. We talking
and Freddie Gibbs?
There's been a lot of things happening with him.
You know what they call it, what his name is, right?
We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
Okay, so when he said JPEG, I thought it was some pictures involved.
Yeah,
I didn't want to be a part of it. I shut it down.
No, that's the dude's name that's supposedly beefing with Freddie Gibbs.
I think, there's a lot of stuff that's been going on with him and other things, so it probably got blended.
I've seen him or something before, but I don't know nothing about him.
And that's what I'm saying. So when I seen this title,
the stuff,
initially I was like, who is that?
Devilish stuff going on.
Well, and I was like, who is that? Like, who is this dude?
That sounds like one of those social media names.
So it definitely is. But so the reason why I was assuming that y'all knew,
we was about to take
because we rock with Freddie Gibbs.
Because you got to understand, there's certain people that I've actually gave a listen to,
right,
from recommendation through y'all.
He makes music,
apparently. But the only thing I'm hearing is the social media beef and the stuff that's been posted on X.
Freddie been going crazy.
But yeah, he's been in news for other stuff. But yeah, it was that, and it was pretty heated because he was like, man, dude was talking crazy.
And the thing about it, like, all right, so,
okay,
excuse me, Barrington Devon Hendrix, known professionally as JPEG Mafia, is an American rapper, singer, and record producer. Born in New York City and raised in Baltimore, Maryland, he signed with Republic Records. And if I'm not mistaken, he has a feature on Vultures, the Kanye West and T.Y. is Ty Dolla $ign.
Okay. I haven't had a chance to listen to it yet.
Freddie Gibbs also has a feature on there.
Oh yeah,
and they both were in Milan for the concert and the live showing of Vultures.
Okay.
And so apparently the beef has been going on for a while. But it really seems to be one-sided from the research that I've done, because it's JPEG Mafia doing a lot of talking.
Yeah, I don't see Gibbs saying a whole lot.
Yeah, Gibbs seems to be unbothered, as usual.
He got a lot of other things to worry about.
Yeah, true. Depending on how you look at it, he really seems to be unbothered by a lot of the stuff that's been going on as of late. If you ask me, just seeing how he's been operating with it all. But it seems to be one-sided with JPEG Mafia talking a lot of mess and trying to draw more attention. And I'm trying to figure out, I don't know what the underlying beef is. I don't know what the issue is for them to even be bumping heads.
I have a theory. But I feel like because so many different things have been going at him since Valentine's Day, it's just like, you know what? I'm going to jump in. And I'm gonna just, when somebody's going through a lot, so you're gonna jump in and try to trend too.
But the thing about it is, like,
yeah, you tried to.
I feel like, all right, going through a lot.
50 does it.
He doesn't seem to be bothered. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot, like, bro, like what you thought we were talking about. He has a shirt that he's selling on his website. Yeah, see, he made a joke out of it. Yes, he made a joke out of it.
I heard about that.
He's like, it's like
there's no other thing you could do but make a joke out of that.
I mean, on the same breath, like, he makes a joke out of almost everything, though.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he doesn't seem like he really gets, like, really thrown off his pivot. You know what I'm saying? Like
publicly, you can't.
That's what he seems like.
Publicly, you can't.
Be careful. But
even if it is messing with you in public, you can't.
And that's how he comes across.
Yeah, you can't fold him.
And that's how he comes across. I mean, I don't know him personally, so that's how I have to take it. You see what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. But it just seems like it's like a lot of stuff, a lot of the beef, a lot of attention be like one-sided. He tends to be unbothered. He doesn't let it get to him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I feel like if it has been, just like months or over a year, him beefing with Gibbs, I felt like the time to really, really amplify it was when all of this drama has been going on with Gibbs.
But it makes you look stupid when it goes unaddressed.
Yeah.
It makes it seem like you're almost like, I don't want to say infatuated, but like obsessed, or like, you know what I'm saying? Like you're too concerned with the next individual because you keep speaking on him and you keep talking and you keep doing this. And he's in the gym working out, dancing with headphones on and singing and, you know what I'm saying, making videos on IG about going into the sneaky verse and things. Like he's doing other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like and here you are, you know what I'm saying, seem to be all tense and talking smack and making videos and a lot of posts. And he was in a bubble bath drinking wine. Like, bro, it's two different. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So then it starts to look like, bro, you need to let it go. Because
part of.
But you know what? Fuck that. I gotta ask.
Oh shit.
No, I do. I gotta ask.
Speak on it.
If you're in Gibbs' shoes when all of this shit is going on, do you have that energy or that self-control to handle it like Gibbs is handling it?
Yeah, I would be, because the thing about it is this.
Yeah,
I don't really care to address a lot of stuff anyway. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then a lot of things, like this is the thing about it, a lot of things that are going on, a lot of the issues, right? He put himself in them situations. So you own up to it, you take accountability, and you move on. If y'all want to stay stuck up on that and talk and spread rumors and gossiping, y'all go ahead. I really don't have the time for that. At the end of the day, I just went from Dubai to Milan. I got a bad woman with me. You know what I'm saying? I'm making money. I'm enjoying life. You know what I'm saying? You seem to be bothered. Something's really getting to you, and I don't feel like engaging in that type of energy with you. So you have at it. I have dinner plans, and I'm finna get ready to go eat. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man's ego though can override a lot of things.
I agree with that, but then there's just a part of me. I gotta get you.
But see, in the whole
thing, I'm speaking personally. Like me, I gotta get you, and then I'm gonna go to dinner.
Nah, we the type that's like,
I gotta get you.
There gotta be some get back. But you almost that's
because it's my DNA a little bit, and you've seen me. You've seen me.
Hold on, Nick, I ain't seen.
You've seen me be able to. You gotta stop watching the Joe Budden podcast, man.
Bro, I swear, you've
seen
the whole show.
You've seen me in scenarios where I've had to display my skills as far as in exposing somebody that thought that they was going just get at me, and I waited a couple days.
Yeah, likewise.
And I've never heard anything again. Mm-hmm. And I just know that the gangster way or the cool way is just like, I'm not even gonna let that bother me, and I respect that because not everybody can handle it like that. But I just know that when you go out of your way to try to expose me in a way where you're trying to destroy my image, I gotta get you.
It's the humor though, like depending on your level.
I'm gonna do all of that.
And then check this out though.
What's your level?
And then check this out though, right? If he was to go back and forth with this dude,
I don't believe in the back and forth. If he was
to like even address him really publicly, he would be giving attention and light to this dude that a lot of people aren't even familiar with. Like I said, I don't even know. I couldn't tell you any songs he's done, any albums. I don't know anything about this man besides what I read just a minute ago.
As far as him starting to beef,
I have no I can't tell you anything about this dude. Yeah. And so then it's like, imagine somebody speaking bad on you that nobody's familiar with, and you retaliating or responding, and now you're giving them more attention, more publicity, more like nah, let him do whatever he's doing with his little followers and his little whatever, and I'm gonna continue to do me, because at the end of the day, I'm the bigger artist.
Came into play.
I'm the bigger artist, and I have more going on, and in a sense, I almost have more to lose by sinking down to this dude's level and dealing with him and his nonsense.
But see, I'm also sometimes ignorant to where if I see somebody attacking one of y'all, it come across my desk, I'm probably gonna say something in the comment section.
That's
what I'm saying.
Jay's
I'm kind of with the ignorance a little bit.
Subliminals is because it's like I don't want to. It's not that I'm afraid to speak your name or say directly who I'm talking about, but because I don't want to give you enough light. But I want you to know that I know. Like if I speak on a situation and I speak on it in a way that I feel like you would know what I'm talking about, and I know you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But the rest of the world doesn't. Then. You know,
the iconic Jay-Z line, because I did you know what you know who, but I'll just keep that between me and you. Yeah.
So sometimes
that might involve beating your ass though.
I like to get back. I like to get back.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Like I like I said, I respect that, but I just know how I am. But yeah, I kind of hope that people that are cut from that cloth where it's like, okay, I'm gonna try to ride this wave of everybody piling on all of the drama with you and try to get my name out, because I see that that's a thing. You know what I mean? It's a real thing when somebody is either living unbothered or they're popular. They've kind of reached the pinnacle of their experience. Then all of a sudden, whatever feud that person and their nemesis is, here comes 3 or 4 other people trying to join in, hoping that they name trends.
Isn't that like part of the definition, or maybe the whole definition for clout chasing?
Yeah, I would think so. I would think so
for sure.
I mean, it's
attaching yourself to something that is not necessarily you a part of at all. You're just trying to get your name out there.
I'm ready for that to fizzle out too. Clout chasing.
The word?
Yeah. No, just the actual behavior. Because it's so. You don't think so?
Nah, that's not stopping. That's good, bro. They about to have haptics for this VR stuff. It's about to get crazy. AI, all that. Like this clout chasing, it is not over. It's just about to evolve.
That's crazy.
It's definitely not about to be going away soon because it's still part of the social media world. That's like a aspect of social media is clout chasing.
It's an ingredient. It can't be taken out, huh?
It's like part of the roux. You have to have some clout chasing.
Not my roux.
Yeah, that's that.
My man was passionate about that pot of gumbo. Not my roux. No. Well, I see y'all sitting at the edge of the couch. So we gonna get up out of here. Everybody know what that means. When you start scooting up, that means, yo, man, wrap it up.
Right here the whole time.
I got back issues. I was just trying to
the whole time.
Anyways,
pillow right.
Tune into the Notion Podcast. You already know who it is. It's your boy Dizzy D Spill here with my co-host in the building,
Jelani Evans,
Farmer Poe.
And I love when y'all argue with us in the comment section and y'all talk that noise. So keep doing it. Like, subscribe, share. You know what to do. Until next time, peace.